Have you ever thought about what freedom means? Or why you have to chase freedom? Isn't freedom something that we in the Western world were born with? Freedom means different things to different people. But, when you start to break it all down, are you really free? Or do you have to chase freedom? Well, that depends on your perspective. Freedom to you might mean the freedom to travel. Or it may mean freedom of speech. Maybe it means the freedom to eat what you choose. Or, it could mean freedom from mountains of debt. Are you free to do what you want, when you want? Are you free to enjoy the spoils of your own labor? Can you run business or investments how you want to run them? For many people in North America, the default answer you hear is yes. After all, we live in the most free society in the world. We are taught we have freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and so on. But have you ever really stopped to think about these freedoms and what they mean? Or how they are eroding all around us? Let's look at a few. Sure, we can eat whatever we want, if you can't find it. But it's getting more difficult. Many states have banned trans fats, so now our French fries taste horrible. You can drink soda pop, but in many places you are punished with a tax penalty. As a U.S. citizen, by law, you are not allowed to travel to Cuba and certain other countries. In Canada, pastors have been arrested for speaking out on lifestyles or choices their religion does not agree with. Over 99% of the world's investments and business opportunities are completely illegal to U.S. citizens because they are not vetted by the second. Depending on where you live, 40–80% of your income is legally stolen from you in the form of tax before you have the opportunity to pay bills or do anything else. The majority of people in the developed countries are buried under a mountain of debt. You can't be free if you are slaving away just to pay the bills. The list goes on, and these freedoms are eroding faster than ever before. What is even worse is that most people don't even notice it. These rules and regulations are snuck in under the guise of being good for you. But shouldn't you be free to choose, as long as it doesn't affect anyone other than yourself? Keep in mind that being free means taking responsibility for yourself and your actions. So that means, you shouldn't sue the restaurant who uses trans fats. Or sue the tobacco company, if you get sick. You also can't expect to sue the SEC if you invest in the wrong overseas company. If you are okay with that, the good news is there are legal strategies you can use to gain back your freedom. As long as you are willing to accept the responsibility, you should start looking into these options. Start investigating offshore structures which allow you to invest overseas. Start looking at moving abroad to countries where laws are more favorable to your beliefs. Start paying off those credit cards and other loans. Most importantly, start looking into options to gain back the freedoms you are most passionate about. Men who do not stand up for their freedoms are destined to lose them. But those who actively chase freedom to the ends of the earth will embrace the adventure of a lifetime.